Now, Andy Reid has got cojones. All right. Andy Reid has proven to you, to me, that he is one tough hombre, man. Okay. He's gone through personal issues. Professionally, he's had to deal with all these idiots that were going after him. Oh, you're not a great coach. You're a good coach, but you can't win the big one. Well, he won the big one. Finally, he got it done. And he built that team from scratch. It's his identity. And let me tell you something. What I love about Andy Reid is that he is the ultimate football coach and the ultimate contributor to his sport. A lot of people contribute to their sport in one way and they help better it, right? Whether you're a player, whether you're an owner, whether you're a coach, and you do your thing. You coach up players, you make them better. Great. You're an owner, you own your team, you do a great job. Great. You're a player, you get your stats, you help the team win. Fantastic. Andy Reid does things that a lot of people don't do. A lot of people can't develop quarterbacks. He can. He makes them all better. Think about this. Think about Matt Moore playing for him. Okay? Anybody that plays for Andy Reid plays better than what they are. Michael Vick played his greatest year, which was a good year, by great quarterback terms, a solid year. For him, it was great because 62%, it doesn't get any better for him than that. His best year was under Andy Reid. Okay? That's how good Andy is. Everybody. He develops coaches better than anybody else in the NFL. What Bill Walsh used to do, he picked up and left off right there and has produced coach after coach, players after player. They love him. They want to go through walls for him. And I think it gets to a point where all of us appreciate the big walrus. And we say, man, come on. How do you not like that guy? And yesterday, post-game, he had one line after another. I mean, it was just, he's a likable dude, man. And he's a great, great coach. And yesterday he was going into the Hall of Fame. Maybe doesn't get in first ballot because of no championship. This, first ballot. First freaking ballot. You might have had some knuckleheads that would have said, yeah, he's great. I'm going to let him get in on the second time or the third time. He didn't win a championship. Now that he won it, he is as great a coach as there is in this league. I know Belichick is the best of the best. I get it. 6 titles, all that. He was an incredible defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? He's been great at everything. Personnel, developing players, all that stuff. The guy's a monster. But Andy Reid does things even better than Bill Belichick in developing coaches and everything else. He just hasn't won as many titles because he hasn't had a Tom Brady. Now he's got his Tom Brady. Maybe he'll win a couple more now. But nobody in the NFL deserved that championship, needed that championship more than Andy Reid. Not only for himself, but just to keep the nutbags away from him so they can't say anymore, well, he's not that good because he didn't win the big one. They can't say that anymore. He's a big-time coach. He's a great communicator. His players love him. The franchise loves him. And I think most people respect the crap out of Andy Reid. And yesterday, I think a lot of people that weren't obviously, forget the Chiefs Nation. We all know they're happy for everybody. That goes without saying. But the rest of us that aren't Chiefs fans, the rest of us that don't care about the Chiefs, they're not our favorite teams. We had to have been happy for Andy Reid. If you're a football fan, if you're a real football fan, you know exactly what that man has been through. So you're like, yeah, this dude deserves this, man. No doubt about it that he deserves it. So congratulations to Andy Reid. You got what you deserved, my friend.
He's the reason I was pulling for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
And, something, talking about it, Marv Levy, 4 Super Bowls in a row.
Oh, phenomenal. Bro.
Back in the day, Bud Grant went to a bunch of Super Bowls, never won. Marty Schottenheimer,
Yeah, no, great coach.
Always,
great coach.
Always in the playoffs.
Always. And
always.
And he had to walk away without a championship, which absolutely blows.
And to get that stigma that Andy had,
yeah.
you have to be in a bunch of playoff games.
Yeah.
You have to be in a bunch of conference championships
yeah.
to get that stigma.
No, the guy is as great as it comes, man. I'm just really, really happy for him that he got what he deserved. And then also ends the damn negativity around him that questions what he is as a coach when he is just one of the great ones. Let's just say it. One of the best offensive minds, one of the best coaches out there. You know that they got a play from the 1948 Rose Bowl. Did you see that play where they spin around the 4 guys in the backfield? Now, Michigan didn't spin around in that Rose Bowl, but I saw the film of it in 48. But it shows you also that they're open enough to say, let's go back to the past, because that's what football is.
Isn't it called the single wing?
Well, no, they were running the single wing, but isn't necessarily that formation was not necessarily a single wing like. But that's where Damian Williams scores on that one. Eric Bieniemy was explaining it. He said it was the 49 Rose Bowl, but when they looked back, it was a 48 Rose Bowl, where he and they didn't do the spin. They kind of shifted, but they didn't do the spin that the Chiefs actually did on that one. They added a little more pizzazz to the whole thing and ended up scoring. But again, that shows you where Andy Reid is, that he's smart enough, and so is Bieniemy, and teaching Bieniemy and everybody else to be open that, hey, we didn't invent football, and we didn't invent most things. Most of this stuff was already been done in football at one point or another. You're just bringing it back and maybe adding a little twist to it or whatever. That's what's going on, basically. And for you to go back to 1948 to find a play or something that inspires you to use something like that in your game, that's coaching that opens you up to being better. You know what I mean? That you're willing to go back into the past and take some time and look at that kind of film. That's
thinking outside the box.
Yeah, man, totally outside the box.